Okay.
Oh my God, you speak good English.
You speak very good English.
How you know?
Are you American yourself?
Me?
Yes.
Not at all.
I think you are.
Now, hey man, are you open that camera?
No.
Do you speak any other languages not English?
Je parle un peu de français, mais c'est tout.
Is that guy your nigga who helping you to
Don't call me nigga, man. I'm a Senegalese, original, bro.
Senegalese?
Yeah, sure. Coming from Dakar.
Sure.
I'm sure, yes.
No, this guy was born, I think he born in Philadelphia.
Philadelphia? Really?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I was born from Richard.
Located at the crossroads between North and West Africa, Mauritania is the least known country in the Arab world. A land frozen in time, this is where the black and white races collide.
What is sour?
From Atlanta to Nuakchott. Going well. How did-
What's the word for donkey in French? And oh, like ass. Okay. And our adventure starts in Dakar, Senegal, just before sunrise. The trip to Nuakchott, Mauritania will take over 15 hours. We must first make our way to the bus station in Liberté 5, which is a central hub for public transportation in the city. The tickets to Podor in northern Senegal are around $13 each, and my guide has already purchased them online. But they won't take us directly to our destination. We will make many stops along the way.
Heading to Podor. Podor is the last destination of the bus. We're gonna stop before Richard-Toll. Richard-Toll is like there is a crossover before Richard-Toll, 8 kilometers from Richard-Toll, and from there we're gonna take a taxi to go to Rosso, which is the border between Senegal and Mauritania.
As the sun rises, Dakar's dense urban landscape begins to fade into the wilderness. Baobab trees replace skyscrapers as we penetrate Senegal's rural north. These baobab trees, can you use the wood for anything? But it's not only the landscape that changes, so do the people. The bus stops at a gas station to refuel and we grab snacks. Many of the locals here look quite different from those in Dakar in terms of skin color and phenotype. I ask my guide if they are Moors, but he tells me they are the Tukulur ethnicity, also known as the Pul or Fulani, who are the majority in this part of Senegal. The Tukulur are mainly nomadic, and as we drive deeper into northern Senegal, their makeshift huts dot the side of the road. Finally, we arrive at Podor, the last stop for the bus. road to Rosso is filled with checkpoints. When the police saw my American passport, they seemed to have a somewhat bad reaction, taking it away and asking me out of the car for further questions. As a black person from the United States, I have found that my nationality has often been more of a liability than an advantage, attracting more scrutiny and higher prices with few privileges and surprisingly little social curiosity. My guide warns me to expect things to get worse in Mauritania, but we will see about that.
Yeah, sure. Especially when we go to Mauritania, man.
It's gonna get worse.
It's gonna get worse. Just be like, don't take it personal.
Well, it's because I'm black, maybe.
No, even me when I was going there.
But you're also black.
Yeah, man. No.
Finally, we arrive in Rosso, our last stop in Senegal, before crossing into Mauritania. The town is filthy, with seemingly more flies than people. The inhabitants are also super hostile to the camera, making it challenging to film. Okay, I'm at the border between Mauritania and Senegal, the Mauritanian side, a city called Rosso. Salam alaikum. No. So, I guess they don't get a lot of Americans here, so I have to wait in the special place. They gave me a nice little place to sit on the floor. Moorish style, and I just have to wait for them, the boss here, to see me and do whatever he has to do. My first impression of Mauritanians is quite good. They are lighthearted and jovial people, often smiling and cracking jokes. And unlike other parts of Africa, no one asked me for a bribe. They informed me that much like the US, their country is dealing with an influx of illegal immigration, leading to tighter border security. I changed my money to Mauritanian Ouguiya before we continue our journey. It will take 4 more hours to get to the country's capital, Nuakchott. The passengers include me, an American, a black Mauritanian driver, a mix of Wolof and Tukulur people of Mauritanian and Senegalese nationality, and a white Moor who I later learned was Algerian.
nga wax sa xarit bi na moytu ay affaire post police yi moom mu ngi filmé na moytu affaire post police yi parce que
Isn't it ironic? On my first day in Mauritania, an Arab-run country, I have experienced more privileges as a black person from America than I have ever experienced in black African countries. This dynamic was very different from Rwanda, Senegal, Uganda, and Nigeria, where my nationality attracted total apathy or made me a target. As we drive, the black Mauritanian passengers start to talk about politics, lamenting how this or that tubular politician was overlooked within the country's rigid ethnic hierarchy. Okay, so
Right now we're getting close to police station.
as it gets dark, we finally reach the outskirts of Nuakchott, the capital of Mauritania. In total, our trip from Senegal has taken over 17 hours. Our driver drops us off at a seemingly random location. After a nervous hour of waiting, my guide gets in contact with his cousins in the area who will help us find a hotel to spend the night. The hotel was very nice with flashy fake marble tiles everywhere, but it was much more expensive than I expected, at around $130 per night. There are 2 of us, and I plan to spend 5 days in Mauritania, so this doesn't make much financial sense. In the morning, I scarf down a shitty and very unfulfilling French breakfast, and I take my first look at Mauritania, my first glimpse into the Arab world. But before exploring the city, we need a new place to stay. Okay, so first thing in the morning, we've moved to a more local hotel. The other one was great. Big room, very pretty, but it was a little bit on the expensive side and we had to share the rooms. So at least this way, we each get our own rooms and we get to see the way local people live in hotels in Mauritania. This is 12,000 Ouguiya. They have a room for Berber stuff, Moorish stuff. Coffee, perhaps, tea, and a bathroom. Only problem is there's no toilet paper. People here, just like in Senegal, typically wipe with their hands, or they use one of these, which is a bidet. I prefer to use both toilet paper and a bidet, if one is available. My guide meets with his cousin Roxelle, who will help show us around Nuakchott. I am very excited to see what this mysterious city is all about. We go to the main road to wait for a taxi, but when we get in, there is a little culture shock as 2 white Mauritanian women complain that my guide is being too friendly with his cousin.
It's your sister. It's my sister. He said, no, you should not grade your sister. So actually she's my niece, right? But they don't want me, like, because of culture and so the Islamic influence, they're asking me why I'm shaking her hands. I should not do that. So just to tell you that the difference between, now things are getting changed between Senegal and here.
Yeah.
As you can see, for example, in the same car, you should not share the same, like, you should not sit beside a woman.
Yeah.
They're all in the back.
even if we're going to go to be through here. So yeah, that's cultural influence of Islam in Mauritania.
Can you film your cousin in the back so they can see how the women are sitting in the back?
Okay.
Awesome.
And tourist. So this is the Carrefour Dam.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah, this is the.
Okay, let's walk. Let's see it.
You can walk a little bit and then take a taxi to go to
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think Mercedes sponsored Mauritania.
Huh?
I think Mercedes sponsored Mauritania.
Yeah, the
There's a
old
lot.
ones, yeah. The
Like old
E300. The people of Mauritania have spent most of their history as nomads. Various West African groups, such as the Tukulur and Wolof, inhabit the southern and central parts of the country, while the Moors dominate the country's desert north. But the Moors are not a singular ethnicity. The white Moors, known as Beydan or Bidani, are a mix of Arab and Amazigh ethnicity who make up around 30% of the population, while the black Moors, known as the Haratin or Hardani, make up 40% of the population and are said to descend from enslaved people captured by the white Moors. But while this is certainly true in North African countries where the Haratin also inhabit, like Morocco, Libya, and Algeria, here in Mauritania it looks more likely that this slave caste was actually the indigenous inhabitants of the area based on the sheer size of their population. Both the black and white Moors speak a dialect of Arabic called Hassaniya, which has a strong Bedouin influence all the way from the Gulf. Despite being so far away from the Middle East, Amazigh languages are almost totally extinct here, spoken mainly by minority groups. European influence arrived very late in Mauritania compared to other parts of Africa and the Middle East, allowing the locals to preserve their ancient and unique culture. The men wear a light blue robe called the dara or bubu in either white or light blue, which is a very precious color in this society. My guide's cousin, Roxelle, tells us that this light blue robe is a massive status symbol for the Moorish people, and it can give you tons of respect and easy access to all parts of society. I decide to buy some local clothing. Hey, maybe we need to buy turbans. Can we do?
What a turban.
Where are we going next?
Clinic.
Is that a market?
Clinic National.
Salam alaikum.
Ruim bihay kala. Tiki tay.
Yeah. C'est la boutique.
Sa bitik. Bitik ak andu kala.
Viens, on vient.
Ben nga bëgg wala ñaar?
1 or 2.
Do you want one? I want one.
1, 2.
Un giboula. Tu veux bleu ou bien blanc?
Ça dépend.
The merchant showed me how to put on the turban called the tagelmust or shesh in various North African countries.
Which color do you prefer? Black, blue.
It originated as a way to protect the wearer from dust and sunburn in the desert, but here in the city, it serves more as a symbol of fashion and cultural pride.
Yeah. From Atlanta to Nuakchott, I'm in Wales.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Welcome to Nuakchott.
Welcome to Nuakchott, very beautiful city. Welcoming people.
So how much?
ñaar nga ñoom ñaar? 500. $50, 500.
I don't want to spend too much money.
The two with 5,000. Now let me show you which one.
5,000.
Yeah.
500, so really 500. No, I don't want to waste money spending too much. The thin strip of blue fabric is supposedly 500 uguya or $12, more than the average person here makes in a whole day of work.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. But if you want to convert everything in dollar and do the balance, you won't buy anything here. But the problem is the currency.
$12 for a piece of fabric makes no sense.
Okay.
Does that make sense to you?
I mean, $12 is how much CFA? ñaata CFA la? Okay. 3,000 benn.
No?
Yeah.
In that's
CFA
like
3,000.
no, 7,000 or 8. If you're talking about $12, then it's like 7. I know that one for a fact. It's 7 mil. If you're talking about $12.
Yeah, in CFA is 3,000. I don't know. Because last time when I did the change, like the 5,000, like the guy who did the change money, the 5,000 was 3,050.
While it may look like I'm being unreasonably frugal here, I spent a total of $5,000 in 30 days between Mauritania and Senegal. If I had listened to the locals every time, that number would have been double. Mauritania is a land frozen in time. Aside from the occasional modern car, the streets here look the same as they would have been 10, 20, or even 50 years ago. However, there is a key difference. Back then, slavery was legal. In 1981, Mauritania became the last country on Earth to officially ban the practice of owning other humans. However, some Western sources claim it continues, with around 10 to 20% of the population currently enslaved. Slavery mainly occurs in the rural northwest of the country and involves white Bidani Moors owning black and mixed-race Heritin Moors. However, local people in both groups tend to see this narrative as exaggerated. The Heritin and Bidani have lived together for centuries, and if you ask them, they will probably say their relationship is quite good. What is that stick that some of them chew on? The stick? Oh, it's for cleaning? Oh, I thought it was something that tasted good. I thought it was something to eat.
No, just a stick. Clean teeth.
Other non-Moorish groups like the Tukulur and Wolof may disagree with this somewhat rosy perspective on their neighbors' relationship.
Make the cheese very white, like what?
Yeah.
Like charcoal, you mean?
Yeah. Senegal. As we ride to our next destination, I take the opportunity to ask Roxelle, who is Wolof, about race relations in the country. She tells me that people get along quite well on a surface level despite the noticeable status differences. The most common manifestation of racism on the part of white Mauritanians is that they tend to move out of neighborhoods when black people move in, and many of them don't like sitting next to black people on buses or other forms of public transportation. American viewers may find these patterns eerily familiar because of how similar they are to our own experiences in the United States. We spend the rest of the day exploring the city of Nuakchott, but this video is getting a little long, so I'll save the rest of the adventure for the next episode. Make sure to subscribe to be up to date, and I'll see you in the next video.